Cadillac. Y'all tune in every week or every time. Hit the like button, subscribe, do what you're supposed to do. Like, comment, share, tell your people about it. Y'all know what it is. It's the smartest dumb people.
See, man, when you get that type of money, he clearly sleeping with other people. So, like, this is a story.
This is the best podcast in the city.
Thank you.
I'm not pandering.
You know what I'm saying? And they take vocals and, scripting it.
That's how I'm living on Tupac.
You're a real hustler, huh? That's pretty neat. Into it.
But I also met
They know she likes to go outside and play soccer. Make sure I want to change it like Snoop Dogg. He's an icon in all facets of life.
in the world.
But
I feel like they cheat stupid. They gonna get caught. Yeah, they cheat with their dick like we cheat with our
little clip of a little monster.
Nah.
This thing is stressing me. I was giving me anxiety. All this motherfucking technical difficulties, man. This is the smartest dumb people. Anthony, that dude Johnson, Shay Michelle, Big Frank, Barl T in the building. We got a lot to talk about now. It's going to tell me I got to keep recording. We could. I'm just gonna have to. So how this works is when it starts saying recover broadcast, we might lose signal, which is not a good thing, but we just go rock and roll with it because it's on YouTube. Far as I know, it's on YouTube and it's on Facebook, so we'll be fine. I just hate when it start fucking acting up and I'm trying to have a conversation. So this is the smartest dumb people. Tap in Tuesday. We got a lot to talk about. We've been gone for 2 weeks. Shay been on vacation.
Yeah, I went on vacation.
Where'd you go?
I took the kids to OKC.
OKC. I thought that was like old video. That was new video?
That was brand new.
Oh, no shit. What was you doing out there?
Nothing, just chilling. I always take the kids somewhere for spring break. That's our little tradition.
Big Frank, you just got back from vacation. Look like you was having a hell of a time.
You know me, man. I do what I can do when I can do it.
I know that's right. I was like, where the old lady at? I kept waiting for the videos of the old lady. I'm like, where the old lady at? Yeah, I seen that eventually.
You see her, you see me most
Yes, sir. How was it?
Shit, it was cool. I've been in Dallas like 20 times. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to change it up now. But shit, I had a good time, dude, with my people. So
I don't like Dallas, man. I like Houston
it's
better.
the driving. I don't like the driving there. 30 minutes to go where you need to go. That shit is ridiculous, man.
30 minutes is light in Texas.
So we've been basically banned from Facebook for almost 2 months. YouTube, we had issues last week. Man, I'm gonna tell you something, man. This shit is not for the weak. It's just not, because you got to deal with like I said, I have to pay for apps. So I found out with Apple, if you owe Apple, which I think this shit is so wrong, they have to do something about this. If you owe Apple, they will disable all of your devices to where you can't post no pictures, no videos. So for my Apple, I couldn't post a picture, I couldn't post a video. And I'm like, what the fuck does that got to do with anything of me having? Because basically Apple charges me $10 a month, which I cannot understand because I got the highest gigabytes you can get for storage. Mm-hmm. So that's the whole purpose of buying a cell phone for $1,200 or buying a tablet for $1,500 is getting the most storage, which I know I'm not using all the storage. Man, the world is just stuck with money at this point. They're taking all the money they can from the poor people. Because like I said, there's no way I should even be paying $15 a month for storage when I have the highest storage you can have on the device. The math ain't math, and I'm going to have to take it to a tech or something because the shit getting ridiculous. But long story short, Apple said I owed them $15. I'm like, I'll pay them whatever the fuck I want to. Mm-hmm. It shut down all of my apps. I couldn't download anything. I couldn't post anything, which made it even more frustrating. And me being stubborn the way I am, I wasn't about to let Apple win like that. So I'm like, I'll pay that shit when I want to. I was like, I'll pay it when I want to pay it. Yeah, so it wind up, it's like I said, it's a hassle, man. It makes me, I might start going to all Samsung devices, like Android devices, because if I got to deal with this shit every fucking month, I'm not doing that shit. So that was out the way. We got a lot to talk about. Shay, so what should we start with? Because I got a couple topics. I want to talk about Afro Man. All right, so Afro Man, he basically, his house was broken into. He got into it with the cops that broke into his house, and he used his freedom of speech and basically made a diss song, a couple diss songs to the fucking police department. And one of the songs is Randy Watson is a son of a bitch, which the shit is hilarious. And then he said he's mad that I fucked this bitch. And then in court, the judge asked Randy Watson, he was like, do you think your wife cheated on you? He said, I don't know. Did she? So now he got this man in a situation with his relationship where he's questioning if his wife fucked Afro Man.
Oh my God.
It's a lot. Let's watch the clip. We'll be right back with y'all. You better fucking work. Like, why? Like, what the fuck is this? Like, why? Like,
The show must go on.
I look crazy than a motherfucker, and it is not me. I swear to God, it's this damn. Carl, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
I can't hear you. Okay, so this was my fear. It's doing it again. Let's see if it works.
End of this decade, y'all are
someone-
gonna sit down and realize that a lot of the shit that y'all.
All right, so some of the videos obviously work. We just got to play the videos that work, and the ones that don't, we'll just discuss. So as far as in with the Afro Man situation, the police kicked in his door. They stole money out of his closet, and then he started putting out diss songs, basically. And they said he made a lot of money off of these diss songs, and now the police department or the people that work for the police department sued him. So when they sued him, they wanted defamation of character, which they couldn't get. They wind up losing, but it's all about freedom of speech. And I feel like even with us, the smartest
something out though, man.
I'm sorry?
You leaving stuff out.
What am I leaving
Remember,
out?
he used the footage of them breaking in and made a music video for it.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, that's why they really mad about it. The song ain't nothing once you got a visual to it. Yeah, that was crushing.
You know what? I want to know if he fucked this bitch.
Shit, man, that's Afro Man, man. That dude a player. I wouldn't doubt it, and he papered up.
Afro Man ain't no damn player. Afro Man
I
a
was like, when
cornball.
he said they kind of caught me off guard. Afro Man, a cornball.
Yeah,
He's a cornball. But hey, but listen, but what he did was brilliant.
He's very, he's from A-Trade Gangsters. He's official. I'm telling you, hey, I can only go on what I've seen.
So what you say, Carl?
A lot of cats vouch for that man.
Who he talking about? Afro Man?
Yeah, he from Monster Cody Hood.
Oh yeah, he a cornball though. He like a real cornball though, for real. Like you seen the suit he had on, but he was cool. He get a lot of cool points for how he handled it, how he handled his candle. I think that was pretty dope how he rapped about it. It didn't. One of the songs was called Pound Cake because one of the officers that raided his house, which y'all all know I could relate because I just went through something similar to this. One of the police officers that raided the house kept looking at the pound cake, and he made a song called Pound Cake. Y'all should look into it. The video kind of interesting, very funny. He get a lot of cool points for that, for real, for his behavior
I'm
on
mad
that and
that
how he handled that.
I don't know why the clip won't play. It's actually funny. It had the song after they showed him in court. It had the song playing. The song is hilarious. It's Randy Watson is a son of a bitch. He's just mad I fucked this bitch. And I'm telling you, Randy Watson looks like he worried if he fucked this bitch or not. And this shit is hilarious. And maybe his woman is the town slut or some shit. I don't fucking know. But he looked like he was questioning his wife, and that's why he was in court. And like I said, they tried to sue him for defamation of character, which he uses amendment, freedom of speech. But we struggle with that too. I just posted on Facebook, 30 days ago, I wanted to snort some cocaine, and they deleted me for fucking. I was joking, but the minute I said that shit.
You just said it again.
I was saying, quote unquote, what I said. And they said I was promoting drugs, and I was like, no, I just wanted to make a fucking funny post. You can't even say anything on, and this had a lot to do with the Trump administration as well. Like they are taking away our rights of freedom of speech.
Most
they
of
don't.
that is AI. That's not actually people that's going in
Looking for it.
Looking for it. That's computer generated stuff. They look for certain trigger words. They don't understand like context. Like that's all computer generated. That's not an actual person.
Yeah, I mean AI is fucking sharp.
Yeah.
All right, so y'all got anything else to say about Afro Man in this? Because we got other clips. I want to talk about. We do have a relationship clip, Shay, and I know last time you said now that you're back in a relationship, you want to talk about relationships. That shit. That's all I'm saying. But I want to talk about it because it got something that it hit home for me because I really think that this is the problem with people. I can say this out loud. For the life of me, I don't know what happened to my relationship. Mm-hmm. And the thing that's frustrating for me is like motherfuckers is really out here lonely. So this clip is this dude talking about how lonely people are going to be because social media. There's a lot of truth to this. Now you have people at your fingertips at all times. Even if you want to go to dating sites, even if you want to go to your inbox, and it's making people feel like they can't focus on one fucking person. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And for myself, I can speak for myself. I was proud of myself. That's what I was telling y'all the last time we was all here. I was proud of myself because for As long as I got with this woman, I focused on her, and I ain't thinking about bitches. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really just want one person. I'm not for the streets. I don't want to date multiple women. I think that shit is corny, huh?
No, I get it.
Yeah, like there's
Definitely
nothing out here, bro. Let's watch the clip and then we'll discuss what he said. But this dude was actually, he was pretty spot on. Let's watch the clip. Play, motherfucker. You better.
End of this decade, y'all are gonna sit down and realize that a lot of the shit that y'all believed and digested and took in from social media behind these niggas behind podcast mics and YouTube pages, whether it's Pink Pill, Red Pill, your favorite creators talk about relationships and how you don't need a man, or marriage doesn't benefit men, or 50-50 conversations. All this bad information that y'all are digesting about relationships when it comes to romanticism and men and women or whatever dealing with each other, y'all are gonna regret this whole movement of this past decade. Because what I'm noticing is that a lot of y'all niggas are lonely. A lot of people are lonely. A lot of men, a lot of women are lonely. And just because you got a roster full of bitches in your phone, or a roster full of niggas in your phone, a bunch of women that'll throw some fucking neighborhood cat your way, or a bunch of men that'll squirt some baby gravy on your fucking chin, doesn't mean you're not fucking lonely. A lot of that shit that y'all got doesn't have any substance to it whatsoever. And y'all are fucking lonely. And majority of y'all are just coping on the internet with these fucking rehashed topics and arguments that we recycle every 2 months because y'all don't know how to actually be with somebody. Y'all don't want to actually put the time, the effort, the energy, and the resources to invest in someone or take the risk, being with someone, because that's what relationships are. They're a fucking risk at the end of the day. But it's called taking calculated assessments to make the best risk, or to have low risk and discernment when it comes to choosing people. Y'all don't have the resilience to actually put up with someone on the ups and downs of what it takes to actually be with someone long term. Y'all want instant gratification, microwave success, and when it comes to relationships, y'all are gonna get tired of rehashing this meet someone, butterflies. The minute you're uncomfortable, you're protecting your peace and you cut people off. Simply not because you're really protecting your fucking peace, but because you don't know how to be with somebody, or you're moving in fear when it comes to relationships, or lack of resources when it comes to relationships. It's funny how a lot of niggas, everybody's protecting their peace, but how somehow none of y'all are getting better and all y'all are fucked up. You're gonna look up in the next 10 years when we're all, in our late 30s, early 40s, mid 40s, going into 50s, and you gotta, in that bed cold than a motherfucker. When you can't distract yourself with no kids no more because they grown and gone off to college, the military, whatever the fuck, and starting their own goddamn lives. When you lay down in the bed at night and them crickets is screaming in your fucking ear. Y'all are gonna regret this shit. You got dudes moving in fear because one fucking lady broke his heart when he was in fucking high school, and now all women gotta pay. You got women who picked some dumb nigga who broke her heart, and now men ain't shit. Because nobody wants to look inside and figure out what the fuck they're doing wrong and how they can fix and learn from those situations to be a better person, or, have the discernment to pick better people to give yourself to. Nah, we want to move in fear because don't nobody want to get played, but everybody want love. Everybody want to put half a toe in, but everybody else is supposed to give 100% while you give a pinky toe. It's not how that fucking works.
All right, so that's the actual clip, and I'll be the first to say, like I said, I don't want to harp on my situationship or my situation, but I never thought I would have to work so hard to please a fucking woman in my life, and it almost makes me despise my ex. I just got to keep it a bean. Mm-hmm. I've worked so hard to keep this woman in my life, and for the life of me, I can't understand why. And this is the problem. The problem is people have people at their fingertips. You don't just go fucking move on with your life after having a serious relationship about to get married. For me personally, this is how I feel. I think that people have too many options, I'm not even saying that that's the case with her. I'm just saying that it's still, anytime she's ready to date, she can go to a dating app and pick somebody from a pick-a-litter who she want to date. That's the problem. Motherfuckers ain't gotta go out in public no more and actually meet people and say, "What's your name? Can I get your number? I think you're beautiful. I think you smell good." Motherfuckers ain't have to do that no more. Motherfuckers are sending dick pics to little girls and shit like that online. That's how serious it is when you have a fucking fleet of people to choose from. Like, I'm worried about my daughter. She has social media. My daughter is extremely pretty, but I know that she's going to be attacked by men at every angle just because she's pretty. But it leaves that open for her that she has multiple options. I'm not saying that's okay. I'm just saying the way the world is set up, people are too worried about the options they have instead of the motherfucker that's sitting right in front of them. That goes for people that cheat. I'll never understand it. Like I said, I used to be a cheater. But when I decided to be faithful, that shit was just so easier, and I felt good. Like, this is one person's,
You're a fool not to, man. These times, y'all keep going to them little parties and all that shit and be fucking and talking about y'all living y'all best life.
What's Diddy parties?
No, just in general, like the sex parties and all that type of shit. I see a lot of shit on Facebook.
I ain't never seen no shit like that.
You know what I'm saying? Think about it. The women complain that niggas is boring, and the niggas complain that they woman's boring. Well, y'all keep going out there and fucking all them different people.
You're gonna be sitting there on that list that girl dropped the other day.
Yeah, man, that shit was crazy.
What list?
Man, like an HIV and some other shit.
Nah, the girl got online and decided to tell everybody she has herpes and tagged a bunch of dudes she's fucked since she's found out.
That shit is scary, man. Some shit that's supposed to be so fun to do.
If y'all don't ask me, why should I tell y'all? Because why ain't y'all worried about why y'all ain't asking? All y'all see is my fat ass and y'all want to fuck.
So
that's
as far
scary.
as them options, let her have them options. I'm not saying that she's on there, but let her have them options, man. At the end of the day, man, don't stress yourself, man.
I think
past them days, man. If a person don't realize you that motherfucker, then fuck them.
Yeah,
I think that's what I meant.
I think that's the double-edged sword about the social media stuff that he was referring to. Like, yes, I definitely think it puts a bug out there for people to stay away from relationships and not take the time to reflect on themselves. But then also, some of that stuff does help you understand, you don't have to stay in a toxic situation just to have somebody around.
Facts.
So it's definitely a double-edged sword. I understand everything he's saying, and I agree. And I agree with what you said, too. People think that the options that they have at their fingertips, it looks better, it looks fun. You and your girl might be going through something let me fuck with this girl. And then you realize it ain't all that. But then you done already fucked up your relationship.
Yeah. And that's what makes the relationships that's working work. But that shit takes... that shit takes shit to do. I know motherfuckers see relationship online. Man, my baby, we go through our shit.
Love is an
We
action
definitely
verb.
go through our shit, but we love what we got going, and we trying to make sure that shit continue to go on.
Facts.
Yeah.
But man, motherfuckers just too caught up in themselves. But like you said, I don't advise anybody to be in a relationship where you ain't happy.
No.
Life is too
Not
short for
not
that
happy
shit.
for the moment because y'all gonna have spats and stuff, but just completely unfulfilled.
And like I said, I finally I'm breaking my silence today, okay? And I don't want to, but I'm saying I never worked so hard in my fucking life to prove to a woman how much I care about her. Ever in my life.
You know what you do then?
I've
the
never.
Next woman, do the same thing, my nigga.
Oh yeah.
Because if that's you and that's how you want to show your love to your woman, you do that same shit again. It just didn't work out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, like I said, I'm not even really breaking my silence like that, but I'm telling you, I've worked. A lot of people don't know this. Me and my ex have been back together multiple times since we fucking originally broke up, and I fought so hard. I fucking was faithful. I did everything in my power, and it's just like, God damn. I was like, this can't be life. There's no way I'm working this hard to prove to a motherfucker that I care. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this: she also kind of fucked me up mentally. To where I don't even like people, I don't even like women anymore like that.
Whoa, hey yo, but no, but listen, no, I think is we talking about? Hey, dude, is we talking about social media or what are we referring to? Because the guy was talking about social media and how that social media can influence you to think that the grass is greener on the other side. Is that what we're talking about?
Yes, but he also said, I got another clip of what he said. He said, this is why y'all fucking so lonely. He said, did you notice ain't nobody had no fucking Valentine's pictures, no motherfucking matching pajama outfits for Christmas? He's like, the world is fucking lonely. He's
some people deserve to be with themselves up.
Sometimes you have to be by yourself.
Yeah.
No, sometimes I think it's important to keep certain things private, and sometimes I think you got to take social media into perspective of what it is. Social media is just what it is. It's social media. That's up to you. It's just like if you listen to rap rap songs and you listen to a rapper say you gonna go out and gun somebody down, that don't mean you gonna necessarily do it. So you gotta be careful how you let things influence you. It's
Yeah,
just important that you know what
sure.
I mean.
I personally want to get this was my goal and I never thought in a million motherfucking years I thought I would say this, but when I get in a serious relationship, if I ever get in one again, I'm shutting social media down. I want to focus on my relationship. I want to focus on my partner, and the only
That ain't
social
gonna
media I will
work.
have. The
That
only
ain't
social
gonna
media
work.
I will have. Yes,
No, it ain't.
I'll tell you what social media does to people.
Bro, what is we doing right now?
What?
What are we doing?
Social media.
Okay, that's a part of you. So
No,
how
but
do you expect to take something away that's a part
no,
of you?
I wouldn't take away the show. That's what I was trying to say. I would take away my page. Like the smartest dumb people is going to exist until the day I fucking die. I'm saying from the standpoint of I don't want to look. I don't want to scroll through my phone and see 10 different asses shaking and shit like that. I don't. I'm just for me. I'm tired of it. I'm so desensitized with the way people think and women think, especially. Like I said, what I went through with my ex was a lot. Okay, and I don't know if I want to see. Like I don't want to compare other people's relationship to my relationship because that's what's happening. I'm watching other people happy and I'm like, damn, that's supposed to be me.
Comparison is the killer of joy, though.
Yeah, but I'm not
But you
doing it
also
on
have
purpose.
to realize that sometimes that's just not the chapter of life that you in. Like sometimes that's not the chapter that God has you in right now. Like you see that, you want that, and you might get that, but right now He wants you to reflect on something else or focus on something else.
Facts.
Like we spend so much time wanting and yearning and searching for this love that we feel like might come one day that we're forgetting to live right now.
Facts.
We got shit that we want to do right now. Like go see something, go leave the fucking city for once. Like accomplish a goal that you've been putting off. There's so many things that we could do until that love comes. It doesn't, if that love is not here, that does not mean life ends.
Yeah, I agree.
Life keeps going.
And that's what
I think that's the key to staying focused. I think when you're not in a relationship, I think the key to life is focusing on you and becoming a better person. And then when you meet that special someone, then y'all can meet up and y'all could be the best of each other. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's important to always self-reflect on yourself and work on yourself. I think that's very healthy for you.
I think that's the thing that I've learned since being single is the next time I enter a relationship, I'm going to make sure I keep the components that make me me. In my last relationship, I was so worried about, making sure the family was together and everybody in the family was cool that I was putting the stuff that I want to do for myself aside. And if everything else came before me, but now I might not always be the first person on the list, but I'm be at the top of the list. Like I'm going to make sure that the things that make my personality dope continue. The things that I do that bring me joy continue. Like I'm gonna find someone that fits into the life that I see for myself, opposed to like trying to fit into someone else's life. So I think that's the biggest thing.
Find somebody to
like we can get together and we can mesh programs and maybe our programs will run really well together. But as far as like just omitting mine to make sure that you're happy, that's not gonna happen.
I agree.
Exactly. That's all.
Well said, Shay. Well said. All right. So
I don't think you should depend on your mate to make you happy. I think that's important. I think that you have to be happy within yourself. You know what I mean? And then if you do depend on your mate,
most times
I think that's such a. But I think
that's true.
I think it's a cliche. So what I mean by that for me is when you say you shouldn't depend on somebody else to make you happy, that's not realistic. A motherfucker,
that's realistic.
Let's be honest. Y'all seen how happy I was when I got back with my ex for the little time I got back with her. Do I like that she had that power over me? Fuck no. But to say, all right, say for example, you're in a relationship. I'm in a new relationship with somebody, and I'm like, I'm not relying on this person for my happiness, but she pissed me off. Should I still be happy?
Yes.
It's impossible.
No, it's not impossible because you just have to get to a point where when someone enters your life, they're adding to what you're already happy about. If that person leaves your life, that'll be a part of the happiness that's gone, but your entire happiness should not leave.
I feel that. I just think it's a cliche when they say you shouldn't look.
I mean, you're gonna have emotions in a relationship. Y'all gonna have ups. Y'all gonna have downs. You're gonna have disagreements.
That's being emotional intelligent.
Yes, you are absolutely correct. That's emotionally intelligent. Like being able to balance that without like
absolutely.
An argument at 9 a.m. in the morning does not mean at 7 p.m. that we should be suicidal because we feel like we're nothing without each other. Like when people say you have to be happy within yourself, it means not relying on this energy source to feed you. You have to learn how to feed you even when that energy source is not there. Because outside of disagreements, this person just might through something mentally, and maybe their energy is down, and then you're sitting here trying to pull from what little bit they have, and you don't know how to pour back into them. Like, it's a cycle.
It is.
You got to figure out how to balance the two.
I just know personally, like I said, I've been fighting for my motherfucking life over here, and I'm just ready for peace.
Like, maybe that relationship just not meant for you.
And I ain't talking about her. I'm talking about in general. I'm just ready for peace. I'm ready for something that's consistent and real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we'll see.
Maybe that's the chapter of life that you're in, is for you to realize that this is not bringing you the peace you desire. This is not bringing you the consistency you desire. So back to the drawing.
I think you need to be selfish and focus on yourself, and I think let nature deal with it. You know what I mean? And I think whatever. Yeah, absolutely. And whatever happens, it'll happen for you.
All right, so I got a good topic I want to discuss as well. So a stepdad. You sent me this clip, Frank, and I think it's important that we discuss. You see the stepdad with his shirt off, hugging a little girl. Oh yeah. I don't know if the clip will play. This is Russian roulette at this fucking point. Yeah. So let's see if it's gonna work. But I want to discuss this if we can. Let's see if the video play, and we'll be right back with y'all.
That man must not have kids outside of this woman. Because it's no way you can feel comfortable with a little girl laying up with you that's not your child. Let me tell you something. If that was my child and I saw that posted on the internet, I don't care what me and you got going on. I don't care if we didn't make it work. I'm on my way, and it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. Plus, homie shouldn't even feel comfortable having that little girl lay up there like that with that on. And that's not your child. That's not your child. And you posting it like it's something to be proud of. It's so many different ways you can post it. You can post him taking her to the park. You can post him taking her to go get clothes or sitting down eating, doing homework. But it's so many different things you can do. It's the times that we're living in right now. If that had been my child, that would have been a problem. I'm telling you. But hell, I could be crazy. Tell me what you think.
All right, he said it exactly how I would have felt. But this is the thing. I have a daughter. I wouldn't even want my daughter laying on me with no shirt on like that. I'm just going to be honest with you. I think that's an intimacy with a man and a woman. I mean, a man and a child that should never be a thing. You shouldn't be laying, like he said, if that was my daughter laying on a man, I would have flew over there and I would have lost my shit, because there's a lot that could come after that. And if you're open to him doing that with your daughter, you don't know what's happening when you're not around. And your daughter's, to me, that looked like she was laying on her man's chest.
We gotta stop sexualizing stuff with kids.
I agree.
So time out. Carl, so you thought that video was okay?
No, how do y'all know that that's not his kid? He said that?
They said it in the post.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well, he's a good stepdad. That's what she said.
I would hate to look at that and just automatically assume that. Do I know what's appropriate? Is that appropriate in my opinion? Would I let a little young lady lay across my chest? No. Would I let a little girl sit on my lap? No. I wouldn't do none of those things. I mean, you got to understand that it's boundaries, and you got to be able to have those boundaries with showing love emotionally with your daughter or even your stepdaughter. You know what I'm saying? Without crossing that line. But like Shay said, you got to be careful on how you looking at things. I mean, because dude made a big deal about it, of course we go look at it like that. But I mean, the little girl had on some inappropriate clothing, I guess. You know what I'm saying? So I guess we gotta look at.
Let's look at the clip real quick.
I didn't even really see what it was, to be honest with you. But he said something. The guy said something about it.
Let's look at
in the clip.
Real quick.
That man must not have kids outside of this woman.
Underwear is different.
Yeah, she had on underwear. And she was awfully big. It ain't like y'all have to understand. I get, because I have to be a stepfather at this fucking point in my life. Everybody got kids. Mm-hmm. But y'all gotta stop allowing people in y'all children's life without knowing their motives. This is how kids get molested. This is how kids get taken advantage of. Yes, you should trust your spouse with your child. But there are limits. Go ahead, cuz.
that the mother was promoting it. The one, she was filming it, and she was saying that the guy was a great dad, a stepdad. You know what I mean? Which all of it looked questionable. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah, I
back in
didn't
the
like
day,
that.
yo, granny
That's
would
so
not
like
even let you sit on nobody's lap or none of that. Young ladies, when you had a granny, when you had a certain type of grandma, she did not allow you to sit on men's laps and do things like that. Couldn't wear, certain clothing. You couldn't, you know what I'm saying? Things is a little bit different nowadays. It's a little bit more acceptable. Do I think so? No. That's why I'm saying the granny's presence is missed in our community a lot, for real, for real. It's very unfortunate.
You
No,
know what? We don't have
there's
grandmas
definitely
like back in the day.
no, because grandmas is only the fucking 35 now. But
Well,
facts.
my mama is a granny, but she don't act like a granny. My mama's 68. That's what I'm saying, and she's a grandma, but she still got a little sauce, so she's still kind of young. But my granny, which is our grandma, she's the last of the traditional grandma. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like our granny was the last of the traditional grandmas that I know. Do you know
You
what I
know what's
mean?
crazy is where the fuck is the traditional grandmas?
The
Now that you
traditional
say that
does
out
not
loud.
exist anymore. Grandmas are out doing their own thing.
You
That's
Again,
know, when
you're
people
not
raise
fucking
their
with.
children, when people raise their kids, when people raise their kids, they're done raising them. Grandmas back in the day, the reason why it ain't traditional grandmas, because people ain't staying married for a long time. That's causing people they still being single, so they still out mingling. Back in the day, your grandma and your grandpa lived in the same house, but they slept in separate rooms. You understand what I'm saying? Like your granny have a room downstairs, your grandpa have a room upstairs. You know what I'm saying? But they live together. It ain't like that no more.
Well, I
It
think
ain't
it's
no
also the
traditional
person.
marriages.
I think it's also the person though, because I'm gonna be the first to admit I'm waiting to be a grandfather. You know what I'm saying? Like I told my son, trust me. When
I'm
y'all
proud
have
of that.
that, huh?
I said I would be proud to be a grandfather
Yeah,
too, as well.
It was dope.
yeah. So when I have a grandchild, I made an oath to myself that I will make sure that I'm nothing respectfully to my parents, because like y'all said, they was out doing their thing, going to casino, mingling. I want to be the traditional grandpa. I want to teach my son and my grandson the core values that I teach my son every day about being a man. And I ain't guaranteed to have a grandson. If I got a granddaughter, even better, because like, so with me, I always said in my relationship, I wanted to have a baby with my partner because I want a little version of them. I feel the same way about my children. I want a little Navion. I want a little Aviana running around. But I promise you, they're going to be so taken care of from the pop because, like you said, Carl, we don't have traditional grandparents anymore. But I want to bring that shit back. There are grandparents. Well, they will be in me. That I will watch my grandkids on the weekend. I will watch them when you have work. I will, because like that's the problem.
Shout out to my mama. My mama is a traditional grandma.
Your son looks fucking just. When I tell you, it's like looking at a little dude version of you, but he's dark skinned.
Yeah,
Y'all got the same eyebrows and everything. I said, she looked like she.
That was God's way of being funny.
Yeah, he looks just like you.
I feel like that last baby, because I got age gap kids, so I got 18, 14, and 2. So I feel like that last baby, I wanted him so bad. I was like, girl, here's your baby. But it was like a sacrifice. Like, but the relationship is gonna end. But if you want your baby, you can have your baby. But
Do you think that you're gonna be a traditional grandma?
Hell yeah, I'm gonna be a traditional. First of all, I love kids in general, so that just doesn't. That and to go back to the clip, I am a stepmom. Like I had my stepson in the house from 8 until he moved out at 19, even after me and the dad broke up twice during that time. Like he still stayed in my house. So I love kids genuinely. I'm probably going to be a traditional grandma in every aspect that I can be, but I probably have a little balance of like, well, my little baby, by the time I'm a grandma, my little baby's still going to be little. Like,
I mean, he gonna be uncle that's playing with the kids.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, my little baby might be 11 or something by the time, like, I could be a grandma fucking next week or something. You just never know.
My son is engaged. I'm begging him.
Hey, dude.
Huh?
Wait. Shout out to my mama. I didn't mean to say she wasn't traditional because she might get mad at me because I said she wasn't traditional. My mama might be traditional. I don't know. I just look at her differently. She just young. Hey, dude. Dude, she just be moving and grooving, vibing and sliding. That's all.
Moving, grooving, vibing, sliding. But I do think she's a good grandma. I think
Right.
I think your mom definitely is a good grandma.
Yeah, that's how my baby daddy's mom is too. Like she be outside, but when I need her, she will pull up and she will get those kids for me. So my mom and my other mom is what I call her. I don't know what I would do without her.
I met this fine lady by the name of TC. I used to work with her. I love her. She's a beautiful soul. She is a traditional grandma. I don't care what the situation is. She at work, her grandbabies call her. She gonna answer. She gonna tell them where their iPad is in the house. I really love how TC is to her grandkids, and I wish I had somebody. And don't get me wrong, I can't blame my mom too much because my mom is very sickly. And if my mom was young and active like TC, I'm sure she would be a good grandma. At one point in time, she would watch my son. Then it turned into, like my mom just had her own life, man. But there are
shout out to Aunt Jay.
Shout out to my mom. There are some traditional grandmas out there still. And like I said, I'm going to make sure. This is a promise and an oath to myself and to my children. I will not allow what my parents did to them affect my relationship with my grandkids. They wasn't bad to them. They just didn't have much. Especially, I don't want to slander my pop. My dad, he has made sure the kids get $75 for their birthday. He makes sure the kids get $150 for Christmas, all of the grandkids. Financially, he was there for them just like he was there for us financially. My dad never skipped a beat when it came to the financial part of being a father and a grandfather. But again, I used to tell him all the time, we need your time.
Yeah.
Like we need
That's the one thing I wish I had for my kids is a papa.
Yeah. And my dad, one time
somebody
he tried to watch my daughter.
Little tire go flat. So, I wish I had that for my kids.
I think one time he watched my daughter and his heart was growing like the Grinch. He watched my daughter one time and he said my daughter was walking around the house. She was 4 years old. She was like, "Where he at? Where he at?" But she was calling her grandpa he. And he said he loved watching her and blah blah blah. But after that, my dad he works hard and he goes to the casino and he is routine. He's just like me and him are the same people. Like that's what I was trying to tell people. I'm very routine based. Like. If I was a cheater, I would get caught easily because I do the same shit every day. I wake up, I get my fucking cereal, I'm pretty routine based when I'm in a good situation. Now, my life been a little mess lately, so so I don't know which way is up. But I don't know if the sun is up when I get up or whatever because my life been a little bit messy right now. But when I balance it back out, I'm routine based, so I don't blame my dad. He has a routine. He goes to work. He gets off work. He wants to go to the casino with him and his wife. He has a routine, and it's hard to get motherfucking older people to muck up their routine.
I go see my grandson and granddaughter every week, every Sunday. I make sure I pull up, unless I'm sick or some shit, But I try to keep.
What's
that
your relationship with your granddaughter? What is it like?
What you mean?
I'm like, do you take her places? Do you?
Yeah. We didn't take them out because this is my son's. My son's, how do I say it? It's like my son's stepdaughter, so that's like my granddaughter to me. So we be hanging out and shit. Like I said, every Sunday I pull up on them, and it's just dope. It's dope to, kids really show you that genuine, unquestioned love.
Yeah, that's
so
why
when you see it and you feel it, it's just.
It's different than dealing with these motherfucking adults, ain't it? It's different. I feel it. Cause
it's like you don't gotta question it, you don't gotta wonder. And that shit is
and they be
beautiful,
so excited.
Man.
My little baby,
I
always call him my baby. So whenever I pick him up from daycare or something, our little babies come running up to you. I'm like, my baby. So now he calls me my baby.
If y'all don't go look at Shay's son, I'm telling you, it's the funniest. She posted a story. She posted a story. He was on like your back or something, and I said, God damn, he looked just like a little dude version of her.
Copy and paste. The eyes. He got the one dimple. He literally is. I'm telling you, God was like, here, that's your baby. You want your baby so bad, here you go. I always wanted a dark-skinned baby. And so my first two are light-skinned. And so I used to always, when I was pregnant with them, I'm like, they gonna be dark. They gonna be dark. My mom like, you not having no dark-skinned kids. So I had the two little yellow babies. And then that third one, I was like, I ain't worried about it. He probably gonna be yellow. So and then he dark.
Like, his skin tone is crazy compared to your skin tone. Yeah. All right, we got another topic I would like to discuss. Remember we was talking about how I was telling y'all how the world we're losing people that actually have professions and everybody want to be TikTokers. Remember we was having that conversation. So now they got the TSA people. They're out of work right now, and they're bringing in ICE agents pretending to be TSA. Then they have. So the airplane, did y'all hear about the airplane that just got in an accident with the fire truck that was passing the fucking...
No,
yes,
I didn't
and
hear
it killed
about
the pilots. So yes,
Yeah,
so
I
they were
heard that.
landing, and the air traffic control told them it was okay to cross the runway. When they crossed the runway, it's right here. I'll show y'all. Hopefully this clip play. But long story short, what I was saying is like all of the real professions. This is what I was trying to explain when we was having a conversation about fuck being a TikToker, fuck being a content creator. Everybody want to do that. Nobody's taking on the skill trades that we need to be pilots, fucking mechanics. These are things that we've talked about. So now it's coming to like, dude even spoke on it on the video I'm about to show. We are losing people that have real professions. That air traffic control is very important. That is not some shit you just bring in a temporary service. Like you're in control of people's lives. Yeah, you're in control of people's lives. So when this air traffic controller, they said it was only one air traffic controller that day handling the whole airport, and they basically made a mistake. So now they're trying to see if this person should get in trouble because basically the pilots ran into the fire truck
they definitely
and they
gonna
died.
put the blame on somebody, and it looks like it's that guy.
I don't think that's fair to the air traffic controller. You're just doing your job.
You think they care?
Let's watch the clip. Let's see if the clip will play. Because at this point, we're playing Russian roulette today. Let's see if the clip will play. If it plays, I would love to discuss. We'll be right back with y'all.
Basically sums up where we are as a country. Last night, an Air Canada flight collided with a fire truck at LaGuardia Airport in New York City. Both pilots are dead. And reports are that there was just one air traffic controller working who had to simultaneously manage a flight that had aborted a takeoff due to a mechanical issue, dispatching a fire truck across an active runway, and also clearing airplanes to land. We all know that our air traffic control system is woefully understaffed. The equipment is basically from the 1960s, and it would cost us $32 billion roughly to overhaul and fix that entire system. But instead of doing that, our government would rather spend $200 billion to blow up other countries. And they'll probably get it. And so yeah, this is what America has become. And unfortunately, these kinds of tragic incidents are going to keep happening, and it's going to happen at a higher and higher frequency because this really is the natural outcome of decades of systemic and structural neglect.
I think he said it best, systemic and structural neglect. And that's what I've been trying to explain, but I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to word it right. But I'm saying, y'all don't think it's weird that ain't nobody really taking on real professions and going to school? I think it's weird. I rarely, like when I ask somebody what they
How do you know that?
From casual conversations. So if I say to somebody like, "What are you going to school for?" They'd be like, "Social networking or marketing." Or I don't hear people saying like, "I'm trying to be a mechanic to fix planes." You don't. Have you heard that? When last time you heard a motherfucker that's going to school to be a mechanic?
I think kids still have admirations to be firefighters and cops and things like that. I think you just not talking to the right people.
A firefighter and a cop is not a structural profession. He's saying that like that keeps the structure of society running smoothly. I was trying to explain this to y'all. Like there's bridge inspectors, right? Dude, my question is, when the last time you seen a bridge inspector? When the last time?
It ain't what we see.
Everything is cyber based.
Yeah, everything is fun.
And that's
fun
me.
and
I'm
money.
In school for
you know what I'm saying?
cybersecurity. I mean, I'm changing my major next semester, but I'm in school for cybersecurity, and I'm telling you, most of the professions that people aspire to be are all web based. Like so, there's nobody that wants their boots on the ground.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm saying. We don't have those boots on the ground mechanics making sure this plane is run, because this is what's going to happen. And if again, I tell people all the time, y'all need to check out Idiocracy. If you haven't watched Idiocracy, I think this is where society is headed. Don't nobody want to have real jobs anymore. Everybody wants to be entertained all day long. That's what I was trying to explain to y'all about Facebook. These are things that bother me. Do you know that the average human being looks at their phone for about 6 hours a day? Do you know? Like that's a long time.
And tell you that on your phone. And tell you that on your phone.
But that's a long time to be scrolling when you could be doing something active, like planting some fucking vegetables or.
Yeah, but what if they is doing that? You can do that and be on your phone, bro.
Yeah, you can be watching YouTube trying to get instructions on how to do it.
Yeah. So that ain't really no value.
The moral of the story, put your fucking phone down. Y'all can make it make sense all you want. The moral of the story is you need to put your fucking phone down and limit your access to the phone and actually focus on what's
just for your mental health.
Yes, and like I said, it's deeper than that. We're talking about somebody that was guiding planes and telling people where to go, but didn't have the schooling for it. That's all I'm saying. And then we're getting rid of the jobs that are important, which to me, an air traffic controller should be the most highly sought after job, highest paying job. You have people lives in your hand.
People don't probably even realize that that's a profession.
That shit is all a big play.
And that's, but all right. So
people probably don't even think
a
about
good
that.
buddy of mine is an air traffic controller. He went to the Navy. He was.
I definitely wanted to be.
He was in the Air Force.
They said I was too short.
And shout out to Clemente.
Paul Wright.
Huh?
Look what he said. Look what colleges costing, man. People ain't got that type of money.
But no, that's not a fair statement because there's so many ways to pay for college now. Like my son gets the Nebraska Promise Grant, so they pretty much pay for everything. Like in Nebraska, if your parents make under a certain dollar amount, you can, like after your Pell Grants, whatever's left over for your loans, the Nebraska Promise, if you're enrolled full time, your parents make under a certain amount. Actually, I could qualify for it too, but I'm not enrolled full time. But they pick up the remaining cost of your college so that you don't have student loans, or if you do, it's very minimal. So there's ways around it. You just got to know somebody that's gonna tell you. Yeah,
a lot of people
and you have to apply for it in advance. Like you got to apply for it almost like a semester in advance.
All right. So for me,
because it's grant based. So once the funds is gone, the funds is gone.
So for me, moral of the story is like no real professions that are important in society are being taken seriously. That's the point I'm trying to make. No real profession in society is being taken seriously. I think that we're going to lose more and more funding for the important jobs, and we're going to see the death rate go up.
They'll find a way to full circle it. They'll probably start pushing trades because that's kind of what happened with my oldest son. Is when he couldn't decide like if he wanted to go to a university or what for, they started talking to him about trade school, and he's actually a plumber. Like he's 21 and he's like a full-time plumber, and he has been since he graduated, and every time he passes a semester in school, he gets a raise at his job. So they'll find a way to full circle it once it starts getting bad. They'll find a way to full circle. People are going to start promoting trade schools, and they're going to start trying to pay people to go to school. Because that's what happens is like they pay people to go to school, or they give them these scholarships so you can go to school for free for this profession because we need people so bad. It's like how they started pushing nurses and stuff, and they started lowering the curriculum, and substitute teachers is another one. Like they find ways to get people into these career fields. They just don't have a good way of balancing it until it gets too late.
All right. So as we speaking on, we need real jobs. I'm about to show y'all a clip of a new segment that I have for the smartest dumb people. It's called What the Fuck You Eating. I've been doing it for years, but I finally got it back up and running. I've been doing it with my good friend Savio. As we're talking about, we need real professions. Me and him sitting around being fat, eating fucking barbecue and taste testing the shit. But it's still, because a nigga ain't had no degree, high school degree, no college degree, no. So I'm doing what I got to do. Let's watch the clip of me and Savio. Our new show is called What the Fuck You Eating. I just want to show y'all a little snippet. We'll be right back with y'all. Forget that. That's not going to... Man, what the fuck? I swear to God, I'm going to have to call this company. I pay too much money a month for this damn app for it to be acting like this. I don't even have that clip. I wonder if it's because I moved them around. All right, so, hey guys. Now it's time to say goodbye to all my Negro friends. I'm mad at Caucasian. I ain't saying Caucasian. I'm joking. Hey, Caucasians. Look, this is the smartest dumb people, man. Carl, you got to say something before we get up out of here?
Nah, salute.
Hey, cuz, you was awfully quiet today.
I'm just, we all need our turn to talk. So, I didn't want to talk too much.
Oh, my bad.
No, you was quiet today. He was quiet, more quiet than normal.
Nah. we was all waiting.
Yeah.
That's all.
Frank, you got something to say before we get up out of here?
Drink water, take care of your kids.
I like that quote. Shay, you got something to say before we get up out of here?
Oh, nice.
RN do RS.
What's that?
Sound it out. RN do RS. Real niggas
you know what the fuck you just said?
Real niggas do real shit.
Okay, real niggas.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Smartest Dumb.
She hit us with the acronym.
Michelle, Big Frank, Carl T. Y'all have a great night.
Yo, what's up? At the hottest podcast in the city, the smartest dumb people. I'm here with my nigga, that dude Johnson, you know what I'm saying? We go way back like 4 flats on a Cadillac. Y'all tune in every week or every time. Hit the like button, subscribe, do what you're supposed to do. Like, comment, share, tell your people about it. Y'all know what it is, it's the smartest